So I'm here with Jay today. We're going to be chatting about high-rise lifestyle, what it's like living by the strip. But before we get into that, Jay, why don't you tell us where you're originally from?
I'm originally from well, my humble beginnings started in Kansas. So I was
Kansas.
yeah, it's very
Okay.
random. So I was born in Kansas, right in the middle of the country. And yeah, but I wasn't there long. I was there when I was a baby. Then my family moved. We moved out and then moved all around the country
How long
until
were you in Kansas?
I was a baby. So I don't even remember anything. Maybe like 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So then we eventually ended up in Atlanta, Georgia. So
Nice.
I would say I spent probably the majority of my life in Georgia, and yeah, went to school there. Met a whole bunch of good friends, then moved on from there
What brought you to Vegas?
to Vegas. So that's kind of a long story. So I've been working at my current company for almost 16 years now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I work for an IT company, and we do a whole bunch of boring stuff, database stuff, and information kind of stuff. I won't bore you good with that, but
Is it
um,
boring to you?
hmm?
Is it boring to you?
uh, sometimes,
No.
but no, it has its interesting times. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's always new things to learn.
So your job brought you to Vegas?
No, my job did not bring me to Vegas. So, what happened was, I started off as a consultant, so they moved me all over around the place. I was always traveling. This was pre-COVID, right? So,
Okay.
so everyone was traveling back then. You go to hotels, you go to meet different clients face to face. So they sent me everywhere. Like they sent me to Argentina
Oh, wow.
for about a month or so, and that was cool. And then they eventually moved me up to Toronto, Canada, um, and I lived there for about 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I really liked it there.
So
And
far I have Atlanta,
mhm,
Canada.
mhm.
What else we got?
And then
Vegas,
after, right when I was about to extend my contract in Canada, they asked me to go to Japan.
Japan.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I went to college in Japan, and I grew up, learning Japanese and everything, and I just love everything about Japan. So it was perfect for me. So
What
yeah,
was the best part about living in Japan?
Japan, the food. Like my personal opinion, like anywhere, if you're gonna live somewhere in the world, Japan is the best place to live.
I hear that a
It's
lot.
clean, it's safe. Yeah, it's just I just love it. I can't say more good things about that place.
Is there anywhere in town where you can get food that even comes close to the food in Japan?
Honestly,
Yes.
no, no,
Okay.
no. So if you ever do go to Japan, and have sushi, just forewarning, that's gonna ruin your sushi experience anywhere else in the world.
Really?
Like I can't even eat sushi here anymore. It's well, here in the US because it doesn't live up to the standards. So
So how often do you go back there?
I go there probably about at least 2 times a year.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you have sushi 2 times a year then.
yeah. So fun fact, I'm actually going tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going
Nice.
until the end of the year. So yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
So from Japan you came to Vegas?
No, from Japan I went to Seattle. I've never lived in Seattle, so I was like, "Hey, Seattle seems cool." So I went there, and I actually liked it there. But during my stay, that was all during COVID, so everything was locked down, and I couldn't do anything. So all the streets were empty, so it was kind of boring. But at the same time, um, it's kind of odd. People say they don't like Seattle because it's rainy, it's
Mhm.
depressing, all that.
Not
That
true?
no, I guess it depends on the person, but
Okay.
that is perfect for me.
Really?
I love the weather in Seattle, and, I like how it's cloudy.
So that was your favorite part about living in Seattle
Yeah,
was the weather?
the weather
Okay.
was amazing. Yeah,
What about
perfect.
Georgia? I didn't ask you what your favorite part about
Nothing.
living.
I'm glad I moved out of Georgia. I will never go back to Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I have a lot of good friends and family that still live there, but I will 100% never move back.
Alright, so you'd live in Japan, you'd live in Seattle.
Mhm.
What about Vegas?
So,
How do we end up here?
my rent was ending in, Seattle,
Okay.
and then I was like, "Where should I move?" So I looked all around the country, right? I'm a big snowboarder,
Are you?
and obviously I like dark and cold and all that good stuff. So I looked at Colorado, and then
Trying to think how Vegas, if you like dark,
yeah,
snow,
yeah,
cold.
I'll get to
Okay.
that. So I looked at New York, I looked at a whole bunch of places, and um, yeah, so there was many reasons why I didn't choose any of the other places. So, for example, Colorado, I didn't choose that because fun fact, there is no Chinatown in Denver. So
Okay.
I will starve to death. So so I decided, where else can I go? And then I've been to Vegas so many times for my job and also for pleasure, for fun. So you know, um, I like to gamble, so that's
Okay.
another thing. So I decided, hey, instead of having to travel to Vegas all the time, why not just move there? So I gave it a shot.
So what year was that?
That was 2020, I
Okay.
believe. Yeah,
So
2020.
it's been 5 years so
Yeah,
far.
it's been 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've had probably snow maybe 3, 4 times in the last 20 years I can remember. So
Yeah.
how are you doing without that?
So I hate the weather here in Vegas. I love Vegas as a city. I love
Mhm.
everything about it except for the weather. Can't stand the weather. But
We
that's
have
just me.
we
I know people love the sun and
yeah.
sunshiny and all that happiness, but that's not
Well,
me.
we have a beach at Mandalay Bay. Maybe one of these hotels can do some snowboarding, some
That
snow
would
for
be cool.
you.
That would be cool.
So when you used to come to Vegas, where was your favorite place to stay?
I was always a Caesars guy. So
Okay.
yeah, any of the Caesars properties. So Planet Hollywood, Caesars, Cromwell, I guess. Well, it used to be Horse. What did it used to be? I forgot. But anyways, yeah. Um, yeah, Caesars mostly.
So when you decided to move to Vegas, did you know right away you wanted to be close to the strip and live in a high rise?
No, no, no. That was just coincidence because living in Japan and also when I was living in Seattle, I was living in condos. So in Japan, obviously, space is very cramped. There's a huge population, so everyone pretty much lives in either an apartment or a condo.
Mhm.
So I just got used to it, and yeah, I just wanted to continue on with that, and that's why I decided to stay in a condo.
Okay, so let's talk about the high rise living. When you chose a high rise, what made you land on Panorama?
Uh, yeah. So I visited a bunch of properties, right? I'm trying to recall. The first one I visited was it's called the Huckleberry or something like that. It's over by the Wynn, close to that area.
Okay.
There's these big white towers.
Mhm.
So that was a pretty cool community. But the units themselves were all outdated. I would say, like, yeah, there was nothing modern about it. So yeah, so it didn't really tickle my interest too
Okay.
much. The next one I saw was Sky,
Okay.
which is located across the street from the Fontainebleau. But at that time, the Fontainebleau did not exist.
Mm,
So I liked the property. However, when I looked out the window,
the
all I
view was
saw
bad.
was big steel beams.
Yeah,
And I didn't want to look at that every
makes
morning.
sense.
Yeah, yeah. And then at that time, there was no timeline of um, when that building was even going to be built because I heard it was going to be called Drew or something like that. And then yeah, yeah. So then I didn't decide on that. And then I saw Panorama,
Mhm.
and it looked pretty cool from the pictures. So I went over there. I checked out some of the high-rise towers, and it was actually quite affordable. The price is about the same or fairly the same as the other properties I just mentioned. So yeah, yeah. So it was kind of cost efficient, kind of, but
Speaking of the condos in Japan and kind of that lifestyle, would you say a majority is more of a modern look, or is it a mix kind of like we have in Vegas?
uh oh, the condos in Japan.
Mhm.
Mm, I would say for the most part they are modern. Everything's pretty modernized now, and anything that's not modern, they would classify them as apartments.
Okay.
Yeah, and another fun fact in Japan, they don't call them condos; they call them mansions. So
Mansions?
yeah, yeah. So I lived in a mansion
I
in
like
Japan.
that.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, in your townhome condo that we're in the process of selling for you right now. You had some cool different appliances there from Japan.
Yeah, yeah.
It was pretty awesome to see how advanced everything is.
Mhm.
Do you feel like that? Like when you're here in the States, it feels behind or
Oh, yeah, 100%.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. America is very behind on a lot of things that I feel that it should, um, it should definitely be up to par with other countries in the world.
So you feel like you're going back to the future when you come back here.
Kind of. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So you ended up Panorama. It was more affordable. It was closer to the strip. And what's cool and unique about your place is even though you're on a high rise, you're on a kind of like a townhome setup,
Mhm.
right around the pool, which is not necessarily inside the high rise.
Yep.
Did you choose that for a specific reason, or what attracted you to that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, when I was looking at units inside the actual tower, right? It was perfect. I was just about to select a certain unit that was being shown, and then I looked down, and then I was like, "What? What are those?" And they just looked like townhouses. So I was like, "Are any of those for sale?" So, there was one for sale, so I went down, took a look, and it's actually 2 stories. It it was it's massive. And the space wise, there's plenty of space for you to have an office,
Hmm.
have guests come over and stay. Yeah, so I have 2 dogs myself, so it's perfect for them. Like
That's what I was surprised coming over to your house and seeing your two.
Shiba Inus.
That's
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
hard to say, but they were
yeah,
super cute.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um, I was surprised to see that in the high rise lifestyle,
Hmm. Yeah,
but
it's dogs are very popular in there. Yeah, yeah. There's quite a community of people with pets.
okay. So
Yeah.
you're not the only one.
No, 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 no. So there's 2 towers in Panorama, right?
Hmm.
There's Tower 1 and Tower 2. They both mirror each other identically. They both have a gym on each side. They both have, steam room, um, and then other playful amenities, pool, hot tub, and so forth. But they also have 2 dog parks. So another great thing why I ended up selecting the townhome was because um, I could easily get out of the house, walk about a minute, and then take my dogs out. So it was it was just perfect.
That's pretty awesome. That's what I love about your setup is from your loft upstairs, you had your office, you could see the pool. You
Mhm.
walk outside, you could take the dogs out. You
Mhm.
walk outside, you have the pool. You walk outside, you have the gym.
Mhm.
Is that kind of what got you excited about that?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. Yeah, it's just so convenient living there. Like everything is just a minute away. If I want to go to the pool, I can just take off my clothes. Well, not all of my clothes, but
Down to the birthday suit.
yeah, yeah, and I could just jump in the pool whenever I want. Take out my dogs whenever I want. If I want to hit the gym, which I need to do more, I could just walk over 2 steps and get there. And the other cool thing about where I am is it's kind of separated from the actual tower, so
Mhm.
I don't have to deal with all the elevators and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's another great thing.
So you were excited by the unit when you looked down, just how close it was to everything, and that made it more appealing than maybe the views on the higher floors?
Yeah, yeah, it's a give or take, right?
Mhm.
I would definitely like to have a view, because we are in Vegas. There's beautiful strip views and all that, but I found convenience more appealing than that.
Okay.
Yeah, but however, I do have a great view of the Allegiant Stadium in the distance. But yeah,
Nice.
so
So you still have a view even though you're on the first
yeah,
level.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's really roomy and having a second floor was super cool to see
yeah.
at a high rise, but you mentioned you enjoy gambling. How
Mhm.
far are you away from any of the hotels or
So
casinos?
the closest hotel casino to me is the Aria,
Okay. Walking
and
distance?
it is walking distance. So
Okay.
you pretty much go out the back door, and then they just redid the road kind of where there's a crosswalk. So if you're a fast walker, you can get to the Aria in 5 minutes
Wow.
walking. Yeah.
So you think that's kind of you would say one of the pros is being so close to the casinos?
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely a selling point. Yeah, yeah. Because a lot of people compare Panorama to what's the other property closer to there? It's the Vidar, right? Or
Okay. Mhm.
it's yeah, it's the yellow buildings that
Mhm.
are right next to the Aria. So I actually looked at those too, but the huge problem with that is you just have no privacy at all, and it's as a dog owner, it isn't meant for pets too much. They do have a dog walk, but it's nothing.
When you say privacy, give me an example.
So you're literally connected to the hotel and the casino, so there's
Okay.
constantly people going
Who
in and out,
right, who
and
are guests of
and
the
especially on the
hotels.
weekends,
Mhm.
when you have a whole bunch of visitors coming in.
It's packed.
Yeah, yeah, it's just you're not gonna get out. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But with at least with Panorama, you're separated by the highway, right? But you're still close enough to actually take a quick stroll, walk to Aria, and then cut through to wherever else you want to go. You want to go to the Park MGM, you want to go to the Cosmo, you want to walk across the street to Planet Hollywood, you can do all that.
So would you use the transportation that came with Panorama, or are you mostly walking to the Strip?
That is a good point. So with Panorama, one of the amenities you get for free
Mhm.
is they give you a free limo.
Okay.
I put air quotes because it's just a
SUV?
yeah, it's a Cadillac. So,
Okay.
but yeah, but hey, free is free. But yeah, it takes you anywhere you want to go on the strip. It takes you all the way to Fremont if you want.
Nice.
And also since I travel a lot, it takes you to the airport and,
Okay.
and back. So,
So is that
um,
the time you would take advantage of it?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. For the most part, yeah.
So, besides gambling, is there anything else you like doing on the Strip?
On the strip, just trying out all the restaurants, eating. I'm a big foodie, so I I try to try all. I'm trying. My goal is to try every single restaurant on the strip.
So, if you had a good meal, would you go back, or is your goal to try something you haven't tried before?
If I had like a great meal, I would. If I had friends visiting, or yeah, or someone would ask me for a suggestion, then yeah, I would go back there.
Well, we help a lot of clients moving from out of state, so give us a top 3.
Top three. Huh, that's. It really depends on the cuisine.
Okay.
So pizza.
Definitely not sushi. You told us to go to
Oh, yeah,
Japan
yeah,
for
yeah,
that,
yeah, like,
so
Nobu's crap. Like, I would
okay.
never go to Nobu's, like, yeah. Yeah, save your money, go to Japan, get some sushi.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, let's see, like, on the lower end, pizza, um, Fontaine Bleu, there's a place called Miami Slice that's upstairs.
Miami slice, okay.
Best pizza I ever had.
What's your go-to pizza?
Margarita,
Margarita?
margarita.
Nice.
But they put, like, some hot honey on there.
Okay.
Don't get the honey.
No?
Disgusting.
Skip the honey?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then it tastes good. Yeah.
What about for a good steakhouse? What would you
Good
recommend?
steakhouse. My favorite, it's actually off the strip. Um, and I think it's kind of a chain, not really, but Lowry's, if you know what
Okay.
that is.
Mhm.
It's not really steak, it's prime rib, which is kind of a steak, but that's my favorite.
Not too far from you.
Yeah, yeah. That's my favorite steak place to go to.
Nice, okay.
Yeah.
So we like gambling, we like, having good meals. Any cool events you went to or UFC fights or anything?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I try to go to every single UFC fight.
Oh, really?
I'm a big UFC fan, so yeah, yeah. I go to whenever there's an event in Vegas, I try to go to it. Yeah.
Is that still walking distance? Because most of them are at T-Mobile,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah. But
So you would
you
start at
could
Aria and make your way?
walk there because the Aria has the what do you call it, the monorail as well,
Mhm.
right? So you could just go to Aria and then jump on the monorail. But yeah, you could walk it too. It'd probably take you probably 30 minutes, not too long.
Any cool stories you wanna share from one of your fun nights out on the Strip?
Hmm, something PG, huh?
Or gambling. What's your favorite game to gamble on?
Oh, what's my favorite game? Baccarat.
Baccarat?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's probably that's probably the best game in the casino because it's basically a coin flip. It's a 50-50 game. You bet on one or the other. Um, and yeah, you either win or you lose. It's not like blackjack where you you either hit, you stand, or you double down or
Right.
have all those different variables. You make one bet. and that's it. That's all
So
you do.
normally I have a lot of clients moving from out of state who like to gamble. They like to be as far away from the strip as they
Mhm.
can. But you were okay managing living close to the strip
That's what I was afraid of. So, I thought I was gonna be bankrupt, within, like, 2 years
and you made it 5.
of living here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But, it's actually quite the opposite because, um, when I didn't live in Vegas, like, for example, when I lived in Seattle,
Mhm.
I traveled to Vegas maybe twice a month at least.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, over the weekend, I'll just
For
fly.
business or for fun?
No, just for fun,
Okay.
just to gamble or whatever, and, I'd fly, um, yeah, over the weekend and, for a 2-hour flight and then fly back in a couple days, um, but it yeah, it's very tiring to travel so much, right? Um, so it's odd. Living here now,
Uh-huh.
I actually gamble
Less?
much less,
Really?
much less.
Is it
It's
because when you were here, a lot of people just let it all loose?
Yeah, but it's like, when for me personally, I think when you put a timeline on when you're leaving, it's
Mhm.
like you're gonna try to gamble as much as possible. It's like, oh, I'm
Oh,
leaving
okay.
in 2 days.
I gotta
I got
get
to
it
gamble
all
more and
in.
more, and then if you lose at the very beginning, it's
Y
like, oh, I got to earn it all back.
Yeah, you're
But
chasing.
but now that I live here, it's so much. I can sit at a table for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then if I'm not feeling it, I just get up and leave, and I can come back tomorrow or come back in a week. Yeah, just yeah, I gamble so much less. It's actually surprising to me.
Yeah, that is surprising, but
Yeah,
it does make sense now that you explain it like that.
yeah.
So, for give me some more pros for people who are kind of on the fence if they want to have that high rise lifestyle. What are some more pros?
Pros. Yeah, if you just want convenience, if
Hmm.
you don't want to deal with any of the home maintenance, any of that stuff, that was the perfect property for me.
You just lock up and go.
Yeah, pretty much because there's 24-hour security there,
Okay,
so you don't even have to lock your door, honestly. But yeah, yeah, there's cameras everywhere. There's people always patrolling around.
nice.
Yeah, and like I said, the gym is there, the pool's there. You don't even have to leave the property at all if
Are
you didn't
most
want to.
people using it as a second home?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've noticed a lot of vacant units. I know people own those units,
Uh huh.
but yeah, a lot of them are vacant. Yeah, um, as secondary homes.
So when you were
Um,
meeting people there, did they say they use it as a second home, or did you meet some people who are using it like you as a primary?
yeah, I know. I've met a lot of people who use it as a primary, and I met some people who've used it as a secondary
So
too.
you would say it's kind of like a mix,
Yeah, there's a
50-50?
mix. There's a mix. There's also a few celebrities that live there too.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, yeah. So you'll notice them,
Okay.
while going out to the valet
Mhm.
or just walking around the building. You'll see some.
And it's
Um,
probably for that convenience factor because I've had actually a few athletes reach out who just want a place when they're in town, not to stay at a hotel, but to be able to go somewhere.
mhm.
And like you mentioned, you just lock up and not have to worry about landscaping and taking care of other items. What would you do for groceries? Like, is there a supermarket close by, or what
Oh
would you
yeah,
do
there's
for that?
plenty of supermarkets. So if you want Chinatown, Chinatown's like 10-minute drive. It's right down the street, and
How
then
is our Chinatown? Because that stopped you from moving to Colorado, you
it's
said.
uh it's decent. It's decent.
Decent?
It's not bad. It's not
Okay.
bad. It's not bad. It could use some renovations, but
Okay.
yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I heard that they are gonna be opening something new there.
Okay.
Yeah, I read something in the paper
Has it
recently.
improved at all in your 5 years here? Or?
Yeah, it's grown. It's definitely
Okay.
grown. Yeah,
Nice. So
it's
that's
nice.
another place to eat, groceries nearby.
Yeah.
What are some of the cons or some of the challenges of living on a high rise?
Hmm.
All pros?
All pro. Yeah, it's a difficult one because I really loved living there. I guess if you are very space conscious, if
Hmm.
you're growing your family
Hmm.
and you need more privacy, um, and just need to be detached, then yeah, it's definitely not for you. But if you're just I work remotely,
Hmm.
so I just work at home and um Yeah, yeah, I can't really think of any
Speaking of
cons.
families, did you meet families there, or is it families
Oh yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
yeah?
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people with children, so it's definitely child friendly there.
Okay. So you can have kids, you can have dogs. I mean, sounds like pretty much
Yeah,
mix of everything.
yeah, it's a mix of a lot of different clientele. Um, yeah, one of the celebrities I saw once was Pete Rose. He used to live there.
Okay.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yes. He had a cool I think his business was inside MGM. He had a lot of memorabilia and
Mm,
collectibles he would sell there and do autograph signing.
mm,
So that makes sense. It's pretty close.
yeah,
Not too far.
yeah.
Nice. When going to these UFC fights, um, and the transportation kind of going back and forth, do you see that convenience on anywhere on the strip, or what do you think as far as the location that you're at?
For me, it was perfect. The
Mhm.
location is perfect because if you're a degenerate gambler,
Okay.
like I said, if you lived at the Vidara, if I chose to live in the Vidara,
Uh-huh.
I think that would be really bad because that would have been like a
Going right
you
downstairs.
go downstairs, you can go gamble. But this, at least, I have some sort of space
Yeah.
where I have to make an effort to either take the condo limo there or walk,
Mhm.
5-10 minutes. So I like that bit of separation. So yeah, yeah, I,
Okay.
yeah.
So we got you into a new house now.
Hmm.
We're in kind of in the transition of selling your high rise. Now that you have that different lifestyle,
Hmm.
is there anything that stood out to you about living in the high rise? That
I definitely miss the convenience. Yeah, I miss a lot of things. Yeah, just having all the amenities.
what are some of those things you miss?
Yeah, like the gym, even though I don't go there. The pool, the
Just
dog.
knowing it's
Yeah,
there
yeah,
made you feel better.
the dog park. It's just a security. You don't know how much security. Um, it just it's just an internal feeling like
Hmm.
when having all that security around you,
Hmm.
you don't have to worry about a single thing. Whereas, in a house, you could get security systems, all that, but you're still,
Yeah.
kind of antsy. So I don't know. Yeah.
Did you
Um,
feel the buzz of the strip while living there, or
Not too much.
no?
Not
It
too
kind of
much.
felt like you were away
Yeah,
from
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. So, I thought it was gonna be a crazy lifestyle,
Hmm.
but yeah, it wasn't like that at all. It felt very private, which is what I do like. I like having a bit of privacy, with a mix of the fun. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So what is the everyday kind of lifestyle look like? I know probably people listening are wondering, how do you get your mail, or like, well, how does different things work?
Mhm.
Living in a high rise.
So mail, there's a shared mail office.
Yeah.
That's where you get your USPS mail. But at packages, the concierge there is super
Can you
nice.
get Amazon?
Hmm? Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Do they
yeah.
bring it to your door or to the
They
front
probably have a
desk?
certain section in the corner just for me because I ordered so much stuff. But yeah, you never have to worry about porch pirates um
Is it coming to you or the front
the
desk?
concierge
The
picks it up. Yeah,
concierge?
yeah, yeah. So whenever, you could just let it build up. They don't like that, but you can let it build up, and whenever you're ready to get your packages, you just go to the front and say,
Okay.
"Get my
They'll alert
package."
you, or you'll just
You'll
know
get an
from.
email. Yeah, you get an
Okay.
email every time your package comes in, and yeah, just whenever you have time, you can go pick it up.
All right. What about having food delivered?
Food
Little
delivered?
Uber Eats or something
Yeah, yeah, very simple. Um,
to the concierge, or they come to your door?
for me specifically, that's the cool thing about living in the townhomes
Okay.
because they don't have to go to the concierge. They could just, I could just walk outside and be like, "Hey, give me my food." So yeah.
Yeah, yours is probably one of the few setups I've seen on all the high rises where they actually have that townhome setup where you're not inside the building.
Mm.
So getting the best of both worlds has got to be awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really love not having to deal with. No, I love the concierge there, like I just said, but at the same time, I don't have to. When guests come over, food,
Hmm.
Uber Eats, anything, they could just walk to my door. I could just greet them. I could just walk outside without them having to sign in and all that good stuff. So it's yeah, yeah. I really like that. A little bit of separation from the main tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you were looking at different units that were inside the tower or other communities, did they tell you how all that works as far as how do you put out your trash or any of that stuff?
Yeah, yeah. So it's like any other typical condo. You throw it down the chute. Or if you have bulk, you have to carry it downstairs to the receiving office.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot more rules in the main building than the townhomes.
Did they tell you how moving would have worked if you would have been in one of the high rises instead?
Yeah, you would have to use a service elevator, go up and down, and that would probably take like hours and hours and hours. Whereas with the townhome, right, they just park the truck outside and just carry the stuff in. So
Nice. How does parking work in the high rise?
everyone, I think it's one space, but the townhomes, for whatever reason, we get two.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I had one in the garage, which was super convenient too because it's on the first floor. You didn't have to walk up a flight of stairs or anything like that. You just go to the parking deck and you're there. And then there's also one in the back. It's not shaded, but you have a spare one if you need.
Nice. So anybody who lives there can use the pool, the gym, that's all included with
Yep,
your HOA?
yep,
All right.
yep.
Nice. So,
And also another great thing that made me choose a place is they don't allow like Airbnbs, those type of things.
that's a great point.
Yeah, yeah, because that would have been an instant turn off for me because I wouldn't want some random people
Yeah.
showing up every day.
Yeah.
That's how I felt over at the Vidar, right? Because
Mm.
you always have hotel guests and people from out of town, and it was always a madhouse over there.
That's a great point. I had clients who purchased at MGM Signature Towers,
Hmm.
and they use that a lot as short term rentals.
Hmm.
So I guess that's got to give you a feeling where you never feel at home when every time you go out, it's a different person living next to you.
Yeah. Yep.
So no short term rentals.
Nope. No
Okay.
short-term
So
rentals.
when somebody's looking to live in a high rise, we want to look into what is the rental status, what's the shortest rental period, any other things you recommend kind of look out for when buying in a high rise?
Um. Hmm.
If there's a casino close by, because then they'll call me to sell after a couple
Yeah.
months.
I guess just check what's included in
Okay.
your because all the condos that are around the strip, right? They do have a pretty high HOA fee,
Okay.
but you get a lot in return. Yeah.
Yes.
So for example, like I said, you get the free limo
Hmm.
anytime. You have to schedule it, of course, but and you got your 24-hour gym. You
Hmm.
have your pool, dog walk, 24-hour security. Your water is included.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to pay for your
Nice.
water. You don't have to pay for your gas.
So just the power bill.
Um, yeah, just the power bill. You only have to pay for the power bill. Internet's completely covered.
Okay.
TV, if you, yeah, they have all the premium channels. Well, not all the premium channels, but yeah, but you get most of the premium channels. Um, yeah. What else you get? Yeah, there's too many things to name. Yeah, there's a lot of amenities that you get.
When I tell people the HOA fees when they're looking into certain high rises, they really get sticker shock from that
Hmm.
HOA fee. But when
Yeah,
you break it down and take into account what you would pay for a gym membership, what you would pay for your water bill, you get security, you get the concierge, you get all those different amenities. It doesn't seem as bad
yeah, yeah,
as
yeah,
when you just look at that
yeah,
HOA fee.
yeah. What I always say is, with the 24-hour security, you wouldn't put a price on your life, right? So,
Yes,
yeah,
makes sense.
pay however much to keep yourself safe.
Nice. And how is it with the people who work there? Do you get to know them?
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a lot of the people I see. They're always accommodating. I love the people at the front desk. They know me by first name. They call. They
Nice.
say hey, and then they even yell, "Hey, you got a package? Come pick it up." So, but they're always super friendly. Oh, another amenity every morning: free coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee, yeah,
Okay.
till 10:30.
Nice. Where do you
Yeah,
go to get that?
just the lobby. So for me, I just walk out the door, out of my front door, walk into the lobby with my little cup and fill it up, and I got
Okay. Are you a
free cup of
coffee
coffee.
guy or tea?
Both.
Both? Do they have both options for you?
They do, but I
Nice.
don't. I don't drink their tea. I drink their coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, their coffee is actually not bad. It's not I don't know what kind they use, but it's definitely not the cheap kind. It's not the Folgers.
So for somebody who's gonna be moving into these to a certain high rise, what do you recommend finding a way to find out what all these amenities are? Is a
Um,
concierge pretty helpful on that?
yeah, they should be. They have a HOA office, and
Okay.
yeah, they're always well. They work until I don't know 5, 6, something like that. But yeah, they have all the information for you. I'm sure they have some sort of brochure, or I would think they should.
Is a concierge 24 hours?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Okay.
There's always someone there.
So how
Yep.
would they
Same with the front security.
Okay.
Yeah. So no one can get in um, unless that you show your ID.
Mhm.
And also, if you're not on their guest list, if you didn't notify the concierge or the valet that you have a guest coming, they will call you and they'll say, "Hey, you know this person? Will you let them in?" So yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
What about did they ever look at you crazy when you showed up when the sun was coming up from one of the wild nights on the strip?
No, 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 no. They don't judge. They
No?
don't.
What happens at the high rise stays
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
high
I'm sure.
rise?
I'm sure they see crazy things all the time. So yeah, it's yeah.
Okay. So far we didn't get many cons to living the high rise lifestyle. Sounds like a lot of pros. Sounds like you can make it your primary residence.
Mhm.
Doesn't have to be a second home.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It was my primary residence for 5 years until I moved. Like the only reason why I moved is I needed more office space because
Hmm.
I'm starting a new business, um, and yeah, I just need a lot more space. Yeah, that because my townhome is about I forgot it's like 1,800 square feet. I think.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I needed something a lot larger.
Okay.
Yeah, so
For the new business.
yep, yep.
Can we say what that new business is or it's
Not
still on
yet,
wraps?
not
All
yet.
right.
It
All
starts
right.
next
You gotta
year.
wait.
It starts next year,
You
but,
gotta wait.
but yeah, yeah,
Does it have
it's
anything to do with Japan at all or no?
a little bit,
A little
a
bit.
little bit, a little
Oof.
bit.
Every time I see you, I'm trying to get another nugget until I can find out
You'll
what it
find out in
is.
a
It's
few months.
exciting. When you come back?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm planning on getting started in February.
February?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So now that you're in Vegas, do you travel a lot anywhere else besides Japan, or is that just your main getaway?
That is probably my main getaway, because when I go to Japan, I usually travel around, all of Asia. So I go around to I'm trying to hit up every single that's another goal of mine. I'm trying to hit up every single country in the world. Yeah.
That is
Yeah, so
Do you
I've
have a list of this or a map with a little pin on everything you've hit so far?
no, no, it's all in my head,
Okay.
plus I have the passport stamps and all
To
that
prove it?
yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
What I like about you is you sent me recently a picture. You were on an island with a bunch of pigs swimming, and
Yes, yes.
I live on a farm. I have horses, goats, chickens, pigs. So that got me excited.
Yeah.
That's another one of your goal, right? To see a bunch of. You also went to an island with bunnies, or what?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So in Japan, there's a specific island with rabbits. So I'm also an animal lover. So as you, right? So,
Yes, that's why we get
um,
along.
yeah. So usually when I travel somewhere,
Hmm.
and visit, I always choose a place where there's animals, right?
Okay,
Because I just love seeing them. And yeah. So when I went to Japan, there's an island full of bunnies. I went to
that's
go see
cool.
them. I recently went to the Bahamas, which was horrible in terms of weather because I don't like the sun.
Was it humid or was it just hot?
No, it's just hot. Like,
Okay.
it's just not me. It's
Was
just
there any animals there?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where the pigs are.
Oh, okay, in the
Yeah, yeah,
Bahamas.
yeah, yeah. It's in the Bahamas. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah. So I always heard about these mythical pigs that swim around in the
I didn't
Bahamas.
believe you till you sent me that picture.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So then yeah. So then it's part of my bucket list. I was like, hey, never been to the Bahamas, so I flew there and took an excursion or whatever, and yeah, saw some swimming pigs.
So if people wanna where would you recommend? The swimming pigs or the rabbits?
Mmm, they're both great. I would say the pigs because that's a little more rare,
Okay.
right? Swimming pigs,
Yeah.
that's really rare. But the rabbits, they're super friendly. They're not like with the wild ones where they'll run away.
Yeah.
They'll come up to you and start jumping on your leg.
For food or just
Yeah,
because
for
'cause
food, for food. You can give
they're
them lettuce and carrots and stuff. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. I have a pig at home, Mr. Pig. Luckily, he hasn't ended up in our pool yet. So then I'd have a swimming pig. I wouldn't know how to get him out, but how do they get out? They just go up to shore?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice. You seem like a guy who would be at a safari and get out of a car and get in trouble.
Yeah, funny story that actually happened once.
Okay.
So I went on a safari and yeah, there was lions all around and
You did
I
not
did
get out.
well, I guess I wasn't listening and I wasn't following the rules because you're not supposed to get out of your car. But I got out of my car to get a close up picture and then I hear people yelling at me. They're like, "No, don't get out of the car." And I'm like, "Why?" And then I see some lions over there. I'm like, "Ah, okay."
No, yeah. Most people, that would just be common sense, but you love those animals. Are you thinking
Yeah.
about getting any more now that you're in a regular home instead of a high rise?
Nah, 2 dogs is enough.
That's enough.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
If
Maybe
you were to
maybe
get something else,
maybe a
what would you
3rd dog.
get?
Another pet? Hmm, mini pig,
Mini pig.
mini pig.
No such thing. They always get big.
There's micro pigs.
I don't know about that. Ours was a rescue that probably somebody thought was going to be a little pig, and now he's 250 pounds. But yeah, they're a great animal. I mean, they say they're equivalent to a 5-year-old.
Do they squeal?
Oh, if we don't feed Mr. Pig on time, he starts yelling.
Is it like a
5 o'clock hits, and
so it's like a
yeah,
rooster?
he eats better than me. He gets 2 organic solids a day. I always think my wife is cooking for me, but find out it's for Mr. Pig. Thanksgiving coming up soon. He's gonna get a nice pie. He
Wow.
loves donuts,
Mm,
so I would recommend a pig. Yeah,
mm.
that's we gotta check with the HOA first to see if they.
That's true,
Did you
that's true.
see any other type of pets at the high rise besides dogs?
No,
No.
I think it was only dogs, yeah, yeah. I think there might be rules,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know, I never checked them, but
Yeah, I had a client once who owned several units at the Signature Towers, and I'm not going to mention any names, but he had a pig he snuck in, but he had to keep a lock on his refrigerator because the pig was pretty smart to break in.
Mm,
But pigs are a great pets. So that's a lot of great information.
mm,
I think that's going to be super helpful. I get a lot of calls, for people wanting to live in a high rise.
mhm.
And like I mentioned, athletes, people who are traveling. But it, it was harder to answer for people who wanted to use it for a primary residence.
Mm.
And I'm glad I met you and you were able to kind of to break that down. And it sounds like there's a lot more pros than cons.
Oh, yeah, I would definitely say so, like, one of my biggest not really fears, but yeah, I was being in Vegas, I thought it was gonna be, like, super crazy, and especially as close to the Strip as we are.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I thought I was gonna regret my decision, but not at all. It was wonderful. Yeah.
It all makes sense. I fell in love with your place. I fell in love with the community the first time I pulled in there. And when I got home, my wife looked at me crazy. I'm like, we might have to trade in this farm. Having to feed these animals twice a day for an hour
Mm,
made me kind of enjoy being able to step out to a pool at the high rise. The gym's right there.
mm,
And what surprised me was the dog park. I don't know, I just didn't expect to see that there. So that was a nice feature.
yeah, very accommodating to pet owners, so
Well, awesome. Well, you're going to make a lot of people's decisions easier when deciding if they should live in a high rise or not. So I
mm,
appreciate your time today.
yeah,
Thanks, Jay.
yeah.
And we're looking
Thank you.
forward to February to find out what that business is.
You'll be the first to know.
Thank you, sir.